is the Pixel 7 Pro, one of the best Android smartphone of this year. And this is the iPhone 14 Pro Max, just one of the best smartphone of this year. Which of these two smartphones turned out to be the most balanced? We'll find out today. Here we go. The iPhone 14 Pro Max is one of the most beautiful smartphones on the market. The Pixel 7 Pro cannot be called a beautiful device. It's better in real life, but let's be clear, the iPhone is prettier. Google used to make smartphones differently. Think back to what the Pixel 1, Pixel 2 and Pixel 5 looked like. Special body materials, special colors and textures. Google did everything they could to make their device look and feel like a geek device, but definitely not a premium one. The problem with the Pixel 7 Pro is it didn't become premium in look and feel. It became like any other Android smartphone. Just rounded glass and just an aluminum chrome frame. But there is one thing. The Google Pixel 7 Pro is significantly more comfortable than the iPhone 14 Pro Max. Apple has learned how to make beautiful smartphones with premium materials, but Apple has not learned how to make comfortable large smartphones. The Pixel 7 Pro has the same screen size as the iPhone 14 Pro Max, but look how neatly it fits in your hand. It's a pleasure to use it. The iPhone 14 Pro Max is a heavy and sharp device that makes your hands tired. 240 grams versus 212 grams. But the iPhone 14 Pro Max has a better build and materials. Monolithic. Feels like empty inside. The Pixel 7 Pro screen now gets up to 1200 nits in max brightness, which is good enough to match many flagship phones and is indeed bright enough to use even under midday sun. But the iPhone 14 Pro Max tops it with 2000 nits. The iPhone 14 Pro Max is in fact the brightest screen I've ever laid eyes on. The iPhone screen is also more efficiently able to drop as low as 1 Hz in refresh rate, while the Pixel 7 Pro screen can only go down to 10 Hz. This allows the iPhone 14 Pro Max screen to conserve more battery and offer an always-on display that's literally always on. The image of the iPhone 14 Pro Max display is better. This is especially noticeable when watching videos and photos. The image on the Pixel 7 Pro screen is displayed in cooler shades, and in screen settings you can't fix this. You can only turn on the natural mode, which makes the image even less contrasty. Also, I don't like how the automatic brightness control works on the Pixel 7 Pro. In the dark time of day, it's severely lower the brightness level and I have to set it manually. A big difference in maximum brightness can be seen when using the camera on a bright sunny day. On the iPhone screen, the viewfinder forcibly increased the brightness, so you can see exactly what you're shooting. But on the Pixel 7 Pro screen, visibility is pure. In this comparison, the iPhone 14 Pro Max screen is better than the Pixel 7 Pro in every way. But that doesn't mean the Pixel has a bad display. It is just that Google hasn't gotten to the iPhone and Samsung Galaxy displays yet. The iPhone 14 Pro Max is a smartphone with the A16 Bionic processor and 6GB of RAM. The Pixel 7 Pro has the new Google Tensor G2 and 12GB of RAM. There is no point in comparing these processors directly. Google themselves admit that they didn't strive to make the most powerful chip on the market, but thought to optimize it well, and that turned out to be true. The interface is faster on the Pixel 7 Pro, the animation of opening apps, flipping screens, everything is as fast and pleasant as possible, but the actual opening of application is twice as fast on the iPhone 14 Pro Max. For example, run the most demanding mobile game Genshin Impact. You can see for yourself how much faster the iPhone 14 Pro Max handles this task. But during the game, both smartphones work as smoothly as possible and without lags. The only difference is that the iPhone supports 120 Hz in the game, and the Pixel 7 Pro only 60 Hz. Technically, the iPhone 14 Pro Max is almost twice as powerful as the Pixel 7 Pro. Once Apple showed how to optimize its own hardware for its own software. Now Google takes the helm in this matter. Features. With the iPhone 14 Pro Max feature we have been familiar with for a long time. It is dynamic island, pumped up always on display, the ease of interaction between all Apple gadgets, and their number is already very large. Google Pixel has another strong point. Google is the best search engine. The company has a trump up its sleeve is user data. The smartphone does a great job of translating speech into different languages. Even going to the Instagram Direct system offers to translate conversation in Instagram interface into any language. It's very cool. The Translate app is able to work in conversation mode. When one person speaks one language and the app translates on the fly his speech into another language. It's very convenient. Everything to do with the regional differences is a strong point of the Google Pixel. When you insert a new SIM card into the smartphone, it automatically determines which country it belongs to and set up the local language in the interface. Google Assistant works with almost all popular languages, which Siri cannot do. The Android 14 UI customization on the Pixel 7 Pro looks much more convenient and beautiful than on iOS 16. Which is better, iOS 16 or Android 13? This is a topic for a separate video, and the answer is very ambiguous. Both operating systems have had a lot of hidden conveniences and features in recent years. Let's talk about security. FaceID in iPhone 14 Pro Max is the most convenient data protection system. It works in any app, both third-party and native Apple apps. FaceID has gone a long way to improving and now works with faces mask, glasses and other headgear. FaceID has learned how to trigger in the horizontal position. The Google Pixel Pro has both an in-screen fingerprint and face unlock. But the problem is that only the fingerprint scanner works in third-party apps. And other services don't trust the face scanner in Android, recognizing this method is not secure. This is inconvenient because it is not always possible to quickly unlock the smartphone with your finger. The iPhone 14 Pro Max stereo sound is one of the best on the market. The sound in the Pixel 7 Pro is very inferior to the iPhone. The iPhone 14 Pro has a 4300 battery capacity. The Pixel 7 Pro has a 5000. In the game Genshin Impact, in 1 hour, the iPhone loses 9% of battery. The Pixel loses 10% of the battery charge. 1 hour of 4K video recording drains iPhone by 21%. Pixel drains by 25%. For 1 hour of YouTube video playback, the iPhone loses 7%. Pixel loses 8%. Both smartphones will easily work until late at night, and in the morning they have about 15% battery charge. But the iPhone 14 Pro Max performs less than the iPhone 13 Pro Max last year. Technically, the iPhone 14 Pro Max camera is better than the Pixel 7 Pro. But in today's world of mobile photography, numbers don't affect anything, algorithms do. Whose algorithms is better? Let's take a look. I think there is no clear leader in this camera comparison. That's all, guys. Thanks for watching, subscribe to the channel and don't miss a new video. Bye!